somebody comes from Kabul or Kunduz, I think there is a kind of link which is more cultural, more spiritual. In fact, the habits of the people. And then the Pashtuns, who are in both sides also, are a great link. Afghanistan is a country where there is no majority of any ethnic group. No ethnic group is 51%. The best is the Pashtuns, 38%. And then the Tajiks, 28% or 30%. And we have other ethnic groups. We have the Hazaras, and the Hazaras belong to, they are Mongol type. Maybe they are Eastern Turkic, like the Kyrgyz and the Kazakh, because they have, they are still using some words which are coming from Eastern Turkic. And I think this is their origin. They came to Afghanistan by peaceful means sometime, and the fact that people were thinking, some people were thinking that they are the army of Genghis Khan, this is not accurate, because they came with their wives and children, and they were peaceful immigrants, I think. Now, we have also the Uzbeks, and this is in the north of Afghanistan. We have the Uzbeks and the Turkmens, and especially the Uzbeks, it's more than 1 million, and the Hazaras also. This is the first kind of diversity, and we have to deal with it. Also, Afghanistan, in spite of being a Sunni country, mainly, Afghanistan also has some 17% of Shia. 17%. This is known, well known. And the Shia also, the majority of the Hazaras are Shia. And this Shia sect is very recent in Afghanistan because it started with the Safavids in 16th century. Before that, the majority of Afghanistan, like the majority of Iran, was Sunni. And Shiism is a recent event in the history of this region. It started with the Safavid, who came from Minor Asia, I mean from Turkey, and then they invaded Iran, and they became the ruler of Iran, and they spread this sect and this was, as you know, one of the main points, one of the main characteristic of history of Afghanistan and of the region and history of Iran. So in the subcontinent also there is maybe the same proportion of Shia. So in Pakistan also there are Shias, and they are maybe about less than 20%. I mean the same proportion. And this also is important in the events of recent years. In recent years, what we had in Pakistan was, unfortunately, the emergence of some extremist groups, and these extremist groups were not only claiming to be, I mean, to be ready to be sacrificed for the freedom of Kashmir, but also in they adopted a line of religious line which was very harsh and very extremist, because there's one group which was called Sipahi Sahaba was thinking that if you kill a Shia, so this is just a way for doing a good job, doing a good deed religiously. And unfortunately, they were sent to Afghanistan because many of the madrasa people, so there were some groups of extremists, the Deobandis, and for the time being, after the election, they have a majority in the local legislature, and I mean the government of Pakistan has difficulties with them. This is there is no doubt, and because of this possibility of a clash between the government, which is moderate, and which also is, in the case of President Musharraf, for the time being, now is supporting those supporting the United States in a way that United States is considered as being supportive of Pakistan. United States is a country which has meeting great difficulties in the case of Kashmir because of the disagreement between the Indian government and the Pakistani government. The Afghans, of course, have more sympathy for the Islamic side, but politically they are silent. They don't speak very much about Kashmir. And in all the three wars which happened between India and Pakistan, and the reason was mainly Kashmir, the Afghans were sympathetic to Pakistan. In a time when Pakistan was attacked by Indian army, the Afghan government said to Pakistan, send all your forces from our frontier to the Indian frontier, because you can be sure about us. And this is what Pakistan has done. So this is history. Unfortunately, when the Soviet Union occupied Afghanistan, of course, we had help and sympathy from Pakistan, because Pakistan was also threatened in a way. If the Soviets were able to occupy Afghanistan 100%, Pakistan would be also in danger. But there was a resistance in Afghanistan, and that resistance had the sympathy of the Pakistanis, and also religious sentiments were in both countries a major factor of this sympathy between both countries. Afghanistan fighting the Mujahideen, fighting the Soviet army, the Red Army, and the result was that